One quiet evening, an entire town dropped everything and calmly followed a stranger into the woods, and not a single person ever came back. Let's get right into it. It happened in a small rural town tucked between rolling hills and dense woodland. Nothing unusual ever happened there. People lived slow, peaceful lives, but one evening, as the sun dipped below the tree line, a tall stranger appeared in the town square. No one recognized him. He didn't speak. He just stood there staring into the forest, as if listening to something distant. Moments later, the first resident quietly approached him. Then another. Then dozens. Witnesses from neighboring towns later said the townsfolk moved like sleepwalkers, calm and expressionless, gathering behind the stranger as if waiting for instructions. Without saying a word, the stranger turned and began walking toward the woods, and the townspeople simply followed. Men, women, elderly folks, even children. They left food cooking on stoves, doors unlocked, and livestock untied. Everything was abandoned mid-routine. People from nearby villages watched in stunned silence as the long line of residents disappeared between the trees, their footsteps strangely synchronized. Not panicked, not confused, just quietly obedient, like they were responding to a silent call only they could hear. Authorities launched a massive search operation the next morning, but the forest offered nothing. No footprints, no clothing, no signs of struggle. It was as if the hundreds of people who entered had evaporated in the air. The only clue was a narrow, unnatural clearing deep in the woods. The grass there was flattened in a perfect spiral, as though dozens of people had stood circling one specific point. In the very center sat a small stone, smooth, warm to the touch, and vibrating faintly, like a heartbeat. Investigators brought in psychologists to explore the idea of mass hypnosis or shared delusion, but none of the theories explained why the entire town acted in unison, or how the stranger managed to influence hundreds without saying a word. Surveillance footage from nearby highways caught a brief glimpse of him hours before the event, walking along the road, head tilted like he was listening to something above him. Curiously, the audio from that footage contained a faint droning frequency, too low for human speech, but strong enough to distort the microphone. That same frequency was later detected in the forest clearing. When the stone from the clearing was taken to a lab, every instrument behaved strangely. Metal objects vibrated when placed near it, water rippled without being touched, and then the droning frequency returned, stronger than before. The research team tried mapping the vibrations and found a repeating pattern, almost like a coded signal. But before they could analyze it further, the stone cooled instantly and cracked down the middle. After that moment, the frequency vanished completely, and the trail of the missing townspeople went cold forever. So, if the stranger never spoke a single word, then exactly what did the entire town hear that made them follow him?